thinking up a title and thumbnail for this video is going to be very difficult, because you can either go full spoilers and incur the wrath of everybody, but have everyone know what you're talking about, or you can be vague and just hope that everybody knows what you're talking about. And if I seem low energy, it's because you know what we're about to talk about. So with that said, everybody, hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another one of our weekly Attack on Titan discussion videos. Today we're here to talk all about the final season, episode 6, Assassin's Bullet. But before we get into the video proper, quick reminder if you haven't done so yet, to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, set notifications to all, let all of AniTube know that you're here, and without further ado, let's go ahead and pour our hearts out as we get into this thing. I am recording this basically immediately after watching the episode. I did the reaction, I watched a bit of my boy Sun Woo's thoughts on the episode, and now I am here. I haven't had a whole lot of time to process, and I didn't even really want to give myself that time because I wanted you to get my initial thoughts. By tomorrow, the time you see this, it will likely be totally different. Like, I might be thinking differently, but right now I want to give you my raw emotions because I feel like at the moment all of Twitter is feeling like they're in their raw emotions right now, and I just wanted to, I don't know, just give you that. And the first thing that I'm gonna say, and I hope that we're past the minute mark at this point, because I'm gonna say something that has been boiling in my gut since the episode finished, and I don't know if I could really say it without getting demonetized, so I'm just gonna go ahead and stall for a bit, and now I'm gonna say it. Here it is. Fuck Gabby. Fuck Gabby. Like, straight up, screw Gabby. All my homies hate Gabby. Gabby, you were right. You were all right. You were all right. I was right about something too, and we'll get to that later. But yep, manga fans were right. They were like, you're gonna hate Gabby, give it a second. I'm like, why are you guys hating on Gabby? Sure, she's a little annoying. Yeah, I get it, but that's her character, you know? Like, it'd be like that. And everyone's like, you're gonna hate her. She's a great character, but you're gonna hate her, just so you know. Like, you give it a second. And I'm like, I'm not gonna hate Gabby. You're overreacting. Whatever happens, I'm sure it's not that bad. If you saw my reaction, I screamed. And I'm pissed, and I'm sad, and I'm fucking furious. And it's the moment where I was like, yep. Because I literally said, I'm like, if Gabby does what I think she's gonna do, there's no forgiveness. There will never be forgiveness on my part. I don't care if that's, like, petty. I will never forgive that character. And Isayama, I will never forgive you for what you've done to me. No, I'm kidding. If I ever meet Isayama, I'm buying him a beer. Because, God, this show is insanely good. To make you feel this, you know what I mean? I cried like I lost someone that I physically knew. You know what I mean? Like, that's the sign of a brilliant story. If you get so invested that the characters leaving hit you like you actually genuinely lost someone. And I loved what Sun said in his stream, just saying, like, it's okay to be upset and to feel those emotions because that's what they want you to be feeling. You know, like, if they got you to feel that, it's okay to just allow yourself to be angry, to scream screw Gabby at the top of your lungs, to cry because of what happened to Sasha, to be mad at Eren. You know, like, it's okay to feel those things. You're allowed to be upset, you're allowed to be sad. Even though it's fictional, you know what I mean? Because it got you to that place, you know? Like, it got you to care about Sasha for as long as we did, and to have her go, it's fucking sucks, man. Like, I'm really upset. And you guys know it's kind of easy to make me cry. I'm definitely, like, when it comes to fiction, for some reason, if it's real life stuff, I don't really cry. But fictional things, I cry so easily, especially when it's a character's exit and if it's nailed properly. And Sasha's exit is so sudden and yet so weirdly, like, perfect for the tone that the show is going for. And also her last word being meat is perfect. Yeah, it's just, it's one of those episodes where I'm just sort of destroyed, and I don't even really know where to tackle this from. I guess to really just sort of hammer it home, I want to say that while I'm furious with Gabby, and I will likely continue to be furious even by tomorrow, Gabby has entered the hallowed halls of the, what I call, characters that I love to hate. Gabby will likely make it on my top 300 characters list. Why would she be there if I hate her? Because my top 300 characters list isn't my list of the characters that I love, it's my favorite characters, whether that's my favorite characters to love or my favorite characters to hate. And this was the point of no return for Gabby. And a part of me is very aware, before anybody even comments this, you're gonna anyway, but before anybody comments this, which again, you will, I'm aware that this is selfish of me, right? Because Eren just slaughtered their entire town. You know what I mean? And then they view them as these devils who came to town and destroyed everything, destroyed their ports, destroyed their leaders, destroyed their homes and families. And yet I'm pissed because one of them died on the way. And yeah, you're fucking right, I'm pissed. I'm really mad. Because that one was a character that I know. And that is incredibly selfish. But it's true. Sasha is worth every single one of the people who died. Everyone. You know? I don't necessarily know if Peak is dead. But Peak, I don't think we saw her die necessarily. It looked like she was in incredibly rough shape, though. Like, she did not look okay. Yeah, I don't know. Galliard somehow made it, which is shocking. But, like, even still, like, everyone there, like, even Udo, who I loved, right? Udo was my boy. I loved Udo. Zofia I didn't really care much about. She had, like, no lines. But Udo I really liked. And yet, even still, I would trade Udo any day to have Sasha back. Any day. I would trade basically any of the characters that we've met this season to save Sasha any day. Even Falco. Even Colt. All of them. Colt, Falco, any of them. Because Sasha was our girl. And so because of that, I'm pissed. And I will continue to be mad at Gabby. And I will continue to hate Gabby. Because she's not real. You know what I mean? Gabby's not a real person. And neither was Sasha. But the emotions they draw out, that is real. And I will continue to be furious. And I can't see it changing. There's no justification for killing one of my favorite characters. Even though I know why. That's the thing, right? So when I say that I will love to hate this character, I really want to hammer this home because people always get the wrong idea. When I say that I love to hate this character, there's a difference between I hate this character, they're poorly written, and I love to hate this character, they are brilliantly written. Gabby, and I need to stress this, is brilliantly written. Brilliantly written. She is made to be that way. The way that you feel, the way that I feel right now, that fury, that anger, you're supposed to feel that. That's what he wants you to feel right now. That's what Isayama wants you to feel. He wants you to be pissed at Gabby. He was hoping you'd find Gabby annoying so that when she did get Sasha, you'd be pissed. Because it was Gabby. You know what I mean? Maybe if it was Falco, you'd have a little bit of conflict there. You know? But it was Gabby. And that's the thing, because I was like, Gabby's a little annoying, sure, but that's her character. She's supposed to be like Spunky McCrazypants, right? But then this happens, and now it's like, okay, now I get it. And now I get where Isayama was going with the character. She's basically girl Eren at this point. Not current Eren, but old Eren. Girl Eren circa season 1. And even Eren then, be real with yourself. We love Eren now. Not many of us liked Eren back then. Eren was kind of a loud, obnoxious asshole. You know what I mean? Eren changed because we got to spend time with him. We're not going to be able to spend the same time. Like, we're not going to spend the same amount of time with Gabby. That shit ain't happening. So Gabby's got this season. So Isayama's smart enough to know, like, okay, if I can't make you grow to love them, I can make you hate them with everything. But still understand where she's coming from. Because that's the thing. I get it. You know, I get why she did what she did. Even my reaction, I'm like, what are you going to do, chase a Zeppelin? And then she does. And I'm like, oh, God. And when Gabby sees the friggin' thing is still attached, she goes up there. Because of course she did. Again, I don't really blame her. It makes sense. I get why she's doing that. But it's Sasha. It's Sasha at the end of the day. It's our potato girl. Not mine. Not Isayama's. Ours. We watched this character grow. We've seen her go through all this shit. I've seen her take down a Titan with a bow and arrow. You know, like, I've seen Sasha go from potato girl to one of the best marksmen in the show. Markswoman, sorry. And I don't even know what screenshots I'm throwing up. I don't even know if this video is coherent. I just know that I had this in my heart, and I had to just let it out. This is more of a vent video than it is in a discussion, because I have nothing to say. I am shook in the best way. I'm heartbroken in the best way. I'm angry in the best way. This episode broke me. And this was the episode that broke our hearts. Because every comment I've seen on my stream, on Sun's stream, on Twitter, in just everywhere, it's been everybody's upset. Whether you hate Gabby or you don't, whether Sasha was your favorite or she wasn't, it didn't matter. It hit. And it hit the notes that it absolutely had to. And it's a beautiful episode in a macabre kind of way. Because again, it does everything it sets out to. And the fact that Sasha's her last word is meat is hilarious. Because of course it is. Connie, man. Connie and Jean, Mikasa and Armin like screaming over top of her. Just, I can't even, like, what's his, like, oh god. Like, what is Historia gonna think? What? Oh man. Yeah, that's all I think I'm gonna say on the Gabby and Sasha thing. I'm tired, you guys. I'm really tired. I'm really tired and I'm really sad. But I do want to very quickly address the other thing. And this is the one thing I get to gloat about this week. I was right. A few weeks ago, I remember when Aaron said I was writing to my family when he was talking to Falco, like way back. I was like, writing to his family? Is he writing to Zeke? And all the comments were like, no, dummy, he's writing to, you know, the people back in Paradise. You fool. You manga fans, you clever bastards. You clever bitches. The fact that all of you guys were like, no, he was talking about Paradise. That's a good theory, though. And I was like, oh, damn, okay, well, I guess it'd be like that when it'd be like that. But nope, I was right. And you guys were very clever about not letting me know that I was right and letting it still be a surprise. Like, in the reaction, I'm like, what? Like, when I saw it, I was like, what? And then I went like, oh my god, I called it! And chat was like, yeah, you did! And I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I guessed that. Like, I guess it, like, in fairness, like, it was a little obvious, but I do think it was still just a surprise because you just assume, like, there's no shot, right? He's gotta be gone. But no, they actually smoke and mirrors the shit out of that, and Zeke was on Aaron's side that whole time. And I loved it because then, you know, freaking Gabby gets to look all shocked. Yeah, that's right. One of the guys you trusted betrayed you. I hope that he's the one who throws you out of the plane, you jerk. And I hope that something protects Falco, because Falco deserves to be protected. And I hope that Colt gets reunited with Falco soon, because that also made me very sad. Falco is, by the way, Falco had nothing to do with that. I want that known. Falco is still my boy. Falco is innocent in all this shit. Aaron, by the way, and before everybody thinks that, what about Aaron? Oh, I'm pissed. You know, I'm mad at Aaron too. Like Jean points out, Aaron, this is kinda your fault too. And not even kind of, it's very your fault too. If Gabby pulled the trigger, you set her up for it. You know what I mean? So, just gonna say that. But, so not only is it Aaron's fault, but it's Gabby's fault. Aaron set it up though, and Zeke was part of it. So that's another character that Zeke, this time inadvertently, got killed. And even like Levi said, listen, I like to save the last bite. I like to save the best bite for last, just so you know. Right? And I was like, just so you know, when he kills you, because he will, when Levi kills you, I'm going to cheer. I'm going to laugh. Because my boy did not die so that Levi can team up with Zeke. I'm like, okay? Don't get me wrong, I was happy, right? Because again, I like Zeke. Like, Zeke's a fun character. He killed my boy, though. And it's one of those, it's the same situation as Gabby, where I'm like, I love this character, but I also hate this character. And with Gabby, it's like, Gabby's brilliantly written, but I hate her. And, yeah. And I've seen some of, like, the more memey anti-tubers. You know who you are. Like, guys like, I think I saw Sebastian and Eden and all them, like, making Gabby jokes of, like, or Jack was another one, I think, in Core. Or like, yay, Gabby. I'm like, no, fuck Gabby. No, bad boys. But yeah, no, yeah, man, I don't know. I was happy to be right. I was right about Zeke. So, you know, there's a win. I got a win in an episode where I took the biggest L possible. Where one of my favorites in the whole friggin' show gets gunned down by now my least favorite. Flock, congratulations, my boy. You're no longer my most hated character in the show. Somehow. That said, Flock has grown on me this season. Last season, he was a total jackass, but yeah, Flock, good for you, my dude. You're not as bad. What screenshots was I using this whole time? I was so all over the place, I don't even know what I'm gonna be using. Oh man, this is gonna be a tough video. Sorry about that. Did I even sneak in a sub joke? Damn, I don't think I did. I don't think there was room. Alright, I guess it'd be like that sometimes. Subscribe to the channel. There, I did it. With that said, everybody, that's gonna wrap up today's video here, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to boop that up, snoot, share if you care, leave a comment down below, and of course, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, set notifications to all, let all of AnyTube know that you're here. And of course, before we go, as always, I want to give a big thank you to the good folks in the T Squadron. Look at these beautiful people. Look at all these beautiful names, and hey, if you would like to join these beautiful people, there are 2 ways to do so. The first is by hitting that join button right beside the sub button. That gets you a badge next to your name, some emotes to spam in the comments, and of course your name scrolling past the screen here. Or you could check out that Patreon link in the description. Either way, it is super appreciated. So once again, a big thank you to the good folks in the T Squadron. That is it for me, and I am dead inside. I mean, I'm a zombie, so I'm always dead inside, but this is the deadest I have ever been inside. But yeah, on that note, you guys stay classy. You wash your dang hands, and some F's in the chat, please.